Shoot.
Okay, so earlier this year, I think Red Hat, you sort of outlined your plans or your desire to sort of upgrade, enhance, or whatever you wanted to call it, your partner program, the experience for your partners. Can you just give us a bit of background why that was? I'm not saying your existing program was any faults, but just why you wanted to sort of upgrade, improve it. What was the motivation?
Yeah, thank you, Phil. I mean, this was, how to say it? I mean, we come from an open source background where we do lots of things in a collaborative mode, and we do lots of like cutting edge things when it comes to technology, when it comes to innovation. So we are very active in the rise of new industry trends, if it's inside of edge, AI, virtualization, and we look at how does that impact our partners, our customers, what type of cross collaboration is needed, how does these technology vendors work with solution providers, with different in-system integrators. So there are different kind of players at play here. So in order to stay ahead of the game, we identified that we needed a vision into our partner programs in how we can cater for the next generation, future, and current needs that our partner ecosystem is having. And that is really, really important for us. So we have been paying close attention to all of these market dynamics and customers, and come to the conclusion that we need something that is modular, because the way that the market works is that it evolves quite a bit. I mean, it's like when cloud came in, the role for instance, distribution and resellers kind of changed. The same is happening around different places where we see co-creation and a lot of different aspects are coming in and becoming more important. We see that we're no longer treating a customer or the business needs of a customer with a single partner, but a cross of partners are actually addressing that situation. So that needed some attention and some thought leadership into what we're going to do with our partner program, and also the tooling and the digital experience around that. So that is where all of this started.
Okay, and I think you sort of, we'll talk to actually what you've actually done, but before that, I think your plan was based on 3 key pillars that you sort of identified. I think that was around creating some kind of globally standardized program, streamlining partner incentives, and also the digital experience. So perhaps you can just say a little bit about each of those, and then we'll actually find out what it is you've brought in, you've introduced to do with those.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were having a quite complex setup internally. So we wanted to have one process, one tool globally, just to make things a little bit simpler for all intended parties. And while we were doing this, we also saw the need to enhance things, the digital experience for our partners. I mean, in our vision, if you look at that, we want to enable partners to be autonomous when they are dealing with Red Hat. If I look at distribution, we would like to have them autonomous so they can onboard new partners and do different things. We have some capabilities today, and we had some capabilities with our previous partner program, but our vision is that will lead to that higher degree of autonomousness. So it's part of that that journey of what we're trying to do. So I mean that also puts a requirement on how do we want to do it. But we want to have something modular. We want to build something and again get stuck with an IT debt or a tooling debt. So we wanted to create something that was modular so we can cater for that. And the way that we work here, and I have been working jointly with our, we call them the PRM team, which is our partner relationship management team, that works with the development of these modules and the implementation of those. So they have a fully open mindset about this needs to be modular. Now, we have launched a couple of capabilities and partner types initially, but the intent is to have much, much, much more. And the way that we're doing it embraces how we work with open source. So we collaborate across a lot of different teams. And we also invite partners to be part of our user acceptance tests. And we also have a partner advisory board where we meet a selected number of partners each quarter in EMEA and get their views on it. So we feed that back to that PRM team to get that partner experience much, much richer. And we're also engaging the same way with people like myself and my team. So we reach out to the partner account managers communities and say, hey, now we're going to release this module. So we need some user acceptance testers. And they get on and they start testing, they do mistakes, and they provide feedback. So, okay, what about this aspect? What about this aspect? But, you know, they work with an agile development methodology, with sprints, with small increments, and they're really, really listening. So I see a lot of evolutionary changes or incremental changes that are coming through as a stream of improvement. So I really like the how that this creates. It's modular. Whereas if you have an old system that's been built once, it's almost impossible to make changes to it. So you don't have that flexibility to revamp or to enhance your partner program because the tooling doesn't support it.
Yeah, so in terms of what you have introduced so far, you've referenced the modular design a couple of times, so that's key to the partner program. And I think I'm right, you've introduced 3 modules so far, but I'm sure there are a host of them that you know in the pipeline as well. So please tell us about the 3 modules and anything you can sort of hint at as what might follow.
Yeah, I mean, we have released modules. We have released modules to do things like deal registration for the partners. We have released modules for distribution to do certain things. We have released a sell with module that has to do with co-creation and co-design, but this is just the start. I mean, we're looking at like introducing modules so that we can migrate more partner types. Like, how do we take care of our certified cloud partners? What do we do with our build partners, our ISV build partners that are embedding our technology? What do we do with technology partners? How do we work with the system integrators of the world? So all of that is part of our roadmap that we are working on, and much more will be released. So this is the absolute first start where we are. It's absolutely not the end state.
Okay, and also I think you were keen to streamline partner incentives. So, and I believe you have actually done, you know, that was part of the plan, and you've gone ahead and actually done that. So can you know, explain, I guess, in practical terms, what the streamlining process, you know, has created, if you like?
I mean, the streamlining of that is, if we have a globally consistent program, we can have globally objective criteria in how we incentivize partners fairly, depending on their tiers and the activity that they have with us. Because in the end, we want to meet the market needs by incentivizing the right type of partners with the right type of activity that they can reach to market, so that we can fulfill our business needs that are out there for our customers. So with these 3 modules right now, we have a way of incentivizing it, but as we release more, more will come. So we have a specific way of giving incentives, let's say for deal registrations, that follows a very rigid compliance model, and there are a lot of rules around that. And the same is true in how we incentivize the distribution and our other partner types as well. Before we introduced this program, it was perhaps a little bit different in different geos and how we did things, which complicated things because we have different accounting rules and stuff. But having that streamlined helps with having the same criteria for all partner types. It also helps in the planning. It also helps us to drive the behavior that we believe so that we can capitalize on these new types of markets. Because if you are going to capitalize on a new market trend, you know, it follows a bell curve. I mean, the return you get is not that much in the beginning, but if you don't do it, you never reach the height of that bell curve. So we need to have a partner program and an incentive that enables us to be where we want from a long-term perspective. And this gives us the tools and ability to actually incentivize the partners in the correct way to drive this behavior.
Okay, and then the third sort of aspect, I think, that you've brought to the partner program, at least for now, you have indeed enhanced the digital experience. I guess digital experience can cover a lot of sort of areas. So perhaps you can describe the overall digital experience, including, you know, ways in which you've sort of improved or enhanced it from what it was pre this transformation.
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, we have modernized our entire partner portal. That has been number one. Number two, as a part of this, I've been in Raleigh when this development has happened and engaged with that team, and it's really cool what they're doing. And it's so cool to see how they're doing it. They're actually using parts of our internal CRM system that we're using and exposing data and integrating it directly. So you see a view inside of our partner portal that gives you let's take deal registrations, for instance. You see that view. It is branded. It looks like the partner experience, but it's actually directly connected and showing a widget from our sales CRM system. So whatever the partner updates, we see it immediately. And whenever our sellers actually add something that we made a call or we work with this opportunity, it's also visible for the partners. So it becomes really a powerful collaboration platform because it's so well integrated with our existing infrastructure.
Okay, and in just, I suppose, in general, in more general terms, how would we've looked at some of the specifics, but just overall, what would you say are the benefits to partners? I presume you may even have had some feedback already, but so what are the benefits to partners? And I guess also importantly for their, do their customers sort of see something's different in the way that the partners are able to, help them? So I guess that supply chain, what do you see as the benefits to that in terms of this enhanced partner program?
I mean, I see a lot of benefits already coming out from it. I mean, to be able to collaborate on that level gives us that level of flexibility and a tighter connection between the sellers of our partners and our own sellers. Already now, I can see that. But I believe that when we are introducing more modules, that is where we will start seeing much, much more strength with this, because we will be able to activate the ecosystem cross partners, cross routes. If we need to collaborate with industry leaders like an NVIDIA, an Intel, Run AI, I mean, there's so many of them, and we want to capitalize on these AI trends, we are jointly able to deliver great choice of flexibility for our customers when it comes to GPU resources, AI-optimized hardware, AI-enabled applications, and the critical use cases, and someone that can help to actually build and deliver this.
Okay, and in terms of, you've already hinted or you indeed described the sort of desire to, this is just the starting point, so there's plenty on the roadmap, and I'm sure you don't want to give away too many secrets, but are you able to give us some sort of idea of clearly more modules on the way, but how this partner program is going to evolve over time? It'd be good to understand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've already mentioned that we will come out with new partner programs, like how we take care of our certified cloud providers, how we take care of our embedded partners, and system integrators, amongst others. So quite a bit of them coming in. I've actually been part of the UAT for some of these modules, so it is in there. It is inside of the roadmap. So that excites me, and there is a lot of things in the roadmap. But I think that on a high generic terms, this is probably what I can talk about today and give hints of what is expected. But if I look at it from a visionary perspective, Phil, what we want to achieve is that autonomy. So if I look at distribution, I want them to autonomously, without really like calling someone at Red Hat to create a new partner they want to onboard in our CRM system and onboarding, they're able to do it through this digital experience. So we created it modular so that we can reach this level of autonomy of how partners cross-collaborate, how they manage, how their structures are built, how the incentives flow through, and so that we can create this richer type of partner program that is not possible without having this type of a tool that helps and supports us in order to meet those business objectives and the market trends that we are seeing, where this type of collaboration is needed.
Okay, maybe just supplementary to that, is there I guess there is internally, I don't know whether you can share, is there a sort of time frame, is it 12 months time you'll be able to say, yes, our partner program is sort of, right up to date, and clearly you'll look at it to keep that process. But I say, do you have a timeline in place, or is it just as quickly as you can develop some of these new modules, etc., you'll launch them out there? Just, anything you can share on that.
The PRM team works in sprints, and the sprints are kind of short, and they make a decision of what is in it and not in it. And those sprints are something like 3 to 4 weeks. So every 3 to 4 weeks, we actually see new features and new modules being rolled out. Some of them are larger modules, some of them are smaller modules, and some of them are increments inside of modules to make it more richer based on the feedback that's coming in. So it's a real iterative process. So the development happens iteratively, and things actually come out all of the time. And by having this partner advisory board, and by having partners part of our UAT testing, we get feedback loops all the time where it goes into this iterative development mode and something comes out from it. We also have an overarching roadmap that, okay, like this cloud module, we aim it to be released at this point of time, and etc. So we do have our internal roadmap, but that is not something that we have shared externally because it follows this agile iterative development process.
Okay, no, I mean, it's been great to chat, and you shared some lovely insights and explained how the enhanced partner program's working. And it sounds like you're going to be busy for the foreseeable future as all these new modules arrive. But for now, at least, Fevzi, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
All right, thank you.